Hey everyone! In this video today, I want to show you all how to make this monochromatic heart friendship bracelet. This is a very simple pattern to make, so let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So this pattern calls for 10 strings in 3 colors, and among our 3 colors you need 4 gray strings, 2 white strings, and 4 black strings. Of course, you can use any colors to be your darker and lighter color. For the sake of the tutorial though, I'm just going to show you guys this monochrome version. And from the outside to the center here, you want to order your strings gray, white, gray, black, black. So for the very first step, we are actually going to do the end of the first heart. And doing it that way is going to make it really easy to start up the bracelet, whether you're making a teardrop loop or just tying a tie at the top and just starting the bracelet. So we want to take our outermost left and right strands and do a chevron with them. So on the left side, we are going to do forward knots onto the next 4 strings to the right of it. And then with our outermost right strand, we are going to do backward knots onto the next 4 of our strings to the left of it to bring it to the middle. And then just like a regular chevron, you want to connect your 2 middle strings with a forward knot. Now I am just going to take my group of 5 strings on the right side here and put them off to the side for now. So that way we can just focus on the 5 strings on the left here. And it just kind of makes it easier to see a lesser amount of strings. So you're going to take your outermost left string and you're going to do a forward knot onto the gray string to the left of it. And then the next string in line, your first black string, you will do a forward backward knot. And then you want to bring the white string back to the outermost left side. So do a backward knot onto the gray string to the left of it. And now we are going to do the outline of this heart here. So you're going to go to your black strings here and take the right string of the 2 and do backward knots onto the next 3 strings to the left of it to bring it over to the outermost left side. And then come back to the other black string here and just do a forward knot onto the gray string to the right of it. And now we have the left sort of curve of the heart started. And now we are going to repeat these steps with our right group of strands before we fill in the heart itself. So go ahead and put your left group of strings off to the side so that we can just focus on the right side here. And this is a mirrored pattern, so we are mirroring the knots on this side. So with our outermost right strand now, which is our white string, you will do a backward knot onto the gray string to the left of it. And then on the first black one here, you will do a backward forward knot. And then we want to bring the white strand back over to the outermost right side. So you will do a forward knot onto the gray strand to the right of it. Now we are going to go to our 2 black strands here. You're going to take the left one of the 2 and do 3 forward knots onto the next 3 strings to the right of it here. And then come back to your other black strand and just do a backward knot onto the gray string to the left of it. And now we can start filling in the heart with the light gray. So first, really quick, we want to connect these middle 2 black strands with a forward knot, since there is currently just a gap in the middle there. And now on the left side, looking at our 2 gray strands here, you want to pick up the left strand of the group of 2 and do 2 forward knots onto the next 2 strings to the right of it. And then on the right side, you will pick up the right strand of your 2 grays here and you will do backward knots onto the next 2 strings to the left of it. And again, go ahead and connect your middle 2 gray strands with a forward knot. And now we want to bring the second gray strands on the left and right side to the middle. So starting on the left, you're going to take your gray string and first you are going to do a backward forward knot onto the strand to the left of it, which will be our white strand. And then bring it to the middle by doing forward knots onto the next 2 strings to the right of it. And now we are going to mirror that on the right side. And this string is very short, so this will be fun. First, you are going to do a forward backward knot onto the white string to the right of it. And then you will do 2 backward knots onto the next 2 strings to the left of it to bring it to the middle. And then again, connect your middle 2 strings with a forward knot. And then for our very last step, we are going to take our outermost left and right strands, which will be our black color, and we are going to do a chevron to bring it to the middle. So on the left side, you'll take the strand and do forward knots onto the next 4 of your strings to the right of it here.
And of course I wanted to be all love, but it's not.
And then on the right side, take your outermost right strand and do backward knots onto the next 4 of your strings to the left of it. Go ahead and connect your 2 middle strands with a forward knot. And that is the whole set completed. So when you start over again with the next heart, the colors will switch places and they will continue to alternate all the way down the bracelet. So if you do follow this video a second time, your black and gray strings will be reversed. And I also want to mention really quick, if you do want to follow the video again, you can skip that very first chevron we did in the beginning, because those knots are actually the end of the previous heart. So you can go ahead and skip that step and move on to the white corners here. And that is it for this bracelet. Super easy and super quick steps. Also a really enjoyable pattern to make, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoy this bracelet. Thank you all so much for watching this video and I will see you in the next one.